I'm Pat Pavelka. Today's activity is a center that will tie into your spelling and phonics curriculum. It is set up into 3 different sections. Today what we're going to do is to look at sections 1 and 2. Next week we will look at section 3. When you get your download that goes along with today's video, you will get a close-up of this so that you'll be able to really look at it in detail. Section 1. This post-it note is the only thing that changes in section 1 all year. Whatever you're working on with your spelling, phonics curriculum goes on the post-it and it goes right here. And what we want students to do is make as many words as you can. For example, we were working with AT this week. So we're looking for pat, sat, rat, fat, cat. These baggies are Velcroed. In them are consonants that students can use to help them with those beginning sounds for the words. You'll find some students really need the baggies to help them get those words going. Other students, they don't need the baggies. So they're here for the ones who need to use them. Another option that some of my colleagues have done is to not put the baggies here, but everybody has a baggie at their seat that is full of all different kinds of consonants. There's one more thing that we have to add to section 1 for students, accountability, and also for us to make sure that we're accountable for what they're doing. It's a flip book, and it says real words and nonsense words. Because what was happening is students were taking the AT pattern and just putting all the consonants in front of it. And they'd start with B, C, D, F, they'd go right in order, and half the words weren't words. And so now what students have to do is, after they make a word, they have to either write it here, that it's a real word, or here, that it's a nonsense word. For example, for real words, we would want, obviously, cat, sat, mat, fat, rat. Under nonsense words, we would get dat, zat, and so you really have that accountability piece tucked in with this. So that's section 1. Section 2 now takes the list of words that students have made and bumps it up a notch. Gives students more of a challenge. So they take their list and they look here and the directions are, make your words longer. Think about ing endings, add an ed ending, make your words plural, add a blend to them. Here's a list of prefixes. Here's the list of suffixes. So you really can now challenge those students who this was a pretty simple set of words and now they can be multisyllabic words. These baggies here are on again with Velcro also, and these correspond to some of the ideas. For example, these are ways to make the words plural. These are R blends, and here are L blends. Again, students don't have to use them, but they're there if they need them. So, section 1, make your list of words. If it's a child that's ready to extend, they go to the second section and they make the words longer. If it's a child that gets through section 1 and we're thrilled that they came up with a list and they were able to really know the difference between a real word versus a nonsense word, we don't send them to number 2. Their direction is to now take those words and use them in sentences because we want them to really play with those simple words, and their sentences will probably be very simple also. So, to close it up, for your students who are capable and need extensions, make your words, play with them, make them longer. For students who need the basics and practicing with just the basics, give the list of words and then use them all in sentences. So next week, what we will do is to look at section 3, how you can take it another step. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.